If you are watching this video at this time, that means you are interested in knowing how to draft, cut and sew this senator wear design showing on your screen right now. Hello everyone, my name is Bolaji, and if you are new here, this is Regi School of Fashion. And for my returning viewers, I'm so glad to have you back here. On this platform, I upload fashion design content regularly for both male and female. Kindly subscribe to my channel if you haven't, like this video and leave a comment at the comment section. Thank you, and I will see you in class. The measurements required in making a senator wear are the chest circumference, the chest level, the armhole circumference, the neck width, neck depth, back waist length, the back measurement, that is shoulder point to shoulder point, the neck circumference, the waist circumference, the senator wear length, the sleeve length, sleeve opening, hip level and the vent length. These are the measurements required to be taken on your client before drafting your pattern. Now, if you have issue in taking all these measurements, or you don't even have any idea on how to take measurement for a senator wear, I have a well-detailed tutorial already on that. The video is a well-detailed tutorial that explains how to take all these measurements accurately and correctly. The link is in the description area below. Kindly check it out after now. So here is my pattern paper, and I have my vertical measurement inserted and labeled. As you can see, this line is my starting point line, this is the chest level, this is the waist level, this is the vent length, that is the point where the vent will stop, the senator length measurement and the hem allowance. So these are the measurements taken from the starting point downward. That was why I called it vertical measurements, measurement taken vertically. And for the chest level, I'm working with 8.5 inches for the chest level. Half of the armhole circumference is the chest level. After taking the armhole circumference measurement, divide it by 2. Whatever you have is your chest level measurement. Then I have the waist level as 18 inches. The senator length itself is 34 inches. Then from the senator length measurement, I measured 7 inches upward, which is the vent length. So from the senator length, so which means I needed up to 7 inches of opening beside that is on both sides of my senator wear, in order to allow a free movement for the wearer. Then I added my hem allowance of 3 inches. So after inserting the vertical measurements, the next step is to draft the neckline. In drafting the neckline, I will be inserting the neck width and the neck depth measurements I'm working with. This side is the center front of my pattern. The neck width is 2.5 inches and the neck depth is 2 inches. Then I will make this a round neck. Okay, so now I have the neckline constructed, as you can see. So after constructing the neckline, then I will take the measurement I have all around my neckline and I will note this down. When drafting pattern for a senator wear, the most important part of it is the upper part. That is the part that has to do with the neckline, the shoulder line and the armhole. This is because the back pattern is usually longer than the front pattern by 2 inches or 1.5 inches. It can either be 1.5 inches or 2 inches. It all depends on how much you want the distance to be. Okay, so that is why you need to take the measurement you have for the front neckline. Then after drafting the back pattern, you take the measurement as well, add the measurement together, then compare it with the neck circumference measurement of the wearer. This is to avoid the neckline of the senator wear being too tight or too loose. With this, you will have a perfect measurement on the neckline area. So in this tutorial, I might not go deeply into this because I already have a well-detailed tutorial on that, which is how to draft pattern for a native wear. That is the most important part I focused on in the video. That is the upper part of the senator wear. How to achieve a perfect upper part for your native shirt or senator wear, because the same rule is applied. The rule that is applied to native wear is also applied to a senator wear. So I will link the video up in the description area below. If you check the description area, you will find the link there. Go through the video, then you will know how to go about it. Also in that video, I explain what you can do if you have a shortage or you have more for your neckline. So how can you subtract or add to the neckline in order to have your accurate measurement? But you have to be very sure that you take the neck circumference measurement accurately. This is very important. No matter how good you are, if you are not paying attention to these little details, you will always have issue with your clients for the neckline being too high or too low. So now that I have my neckline constructed, then I will go ahead and take the measurement, then note it down. So for me, I have 3.75. I have 3.75 for the neckline area. Then I note it down on my pattern. Also, you need to learn how to read your measuring tape accurately for pattern drafting. If you don't know how to read the small lines you have on your measuring tape, all you need to do is to go to the description area below this video and check out for the link to my video on how to read a measuring tape accurately for pattern drafting, where I explain how you can convert your fraction values to decimal to fractions, and how to read every small lines you have on your measuring tape accurately without rounding it up to the nearest value you are familiar with. Now that we have the neckline constructed, then I will move straight to the construction of the armhole. In constructing the armhole, half of the back measurements is required. That is measurement taken from one shoulder point to another. So after taking the measurement, it has to be divided by 2. So whatever you have is going to be inserted on your pattern. And as for me, is 9.25. So which means the back measurement of the wearer is 18.5. And I have it here. Then I will come to the chest level and insert the same measurements. Then on this line is called the armhole line. I will come down by 1.5 inches. Now let me explain this. 1.5 inches is enough in slanting the shoulder for a male outfit, purposely because I'm making use of a pattern drafting method. This is a pattern drafting class. For those that are into freehand, they might use up to 2 or 2.5 inches in slanting the shoulder line. This is the reason. They are drafting directly on their fabrics, and they will have folded the fabrics, that is the exact amount they needed for the wearer. And the first thing they do is to slant the shoulder. And when they want to slant the shoulder line, they will not slant the shoulder on half of the back point. They will slant the shoulder at the edges of the fabric. So they will come down by 2 or 2.5 inches. By the time their measurement gets to the armhole point, they will end up having 1.5 inches or not even more than 1.5 inches. I don't know if my explanation is clear enough, but if you are following my pattern drafting method, don't use 2 inches or 2.5 inches to slant the shoulder line. You don't need more than 1.5 inches in slanting the shoulder. So I will connect the 1.5 inches to the neck width point. So the next step is to divide what I have left here by 2. That is from the 1.5 inches to the chest level. Whatever I have left will be divided by 2. Then I will mark out the midpoint, extend it inward towards the center front. Then on this line I will insert 0.75, that is 3/4 of an inch. Okay, then I will come to the chest level line, and insert 1/4 of the chest circumference measurement. Chest level measurement is different from the chest circumference measurement. The chest circumference measurement is the measurement taken around the fullest part of the chest, and this measurement has to be divided by 4. In my case, I'm using 38 inches. Divided by 4 gives me 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches, and I have it here. And as you can see, this measurement is very close to half of the back, so this is not an issue. It is normal for you to have something like this when drafting pattern for a male figure. The distance between their half of the back and 1/4 of their chest is usually very close. In fact, in some cases it might fall exactly on half of the back measurement, or even before half of the back measurement. It depends on how broad the back of the person is. Okay, so in my own case I have it here. Then all I need to do is just to add ease to this measurement. On this line, the minimum you can have in constructing the armhole is 1.5 inches for a medium figure and medium large up to the large figure. You can still maintain 1.5 inches if you want to make a fitted senator wear. Okay, but for extra large, XX large and above, you must have up to 2 to 2.5 inches on this line in constructing the armhole. That is the measurement you will have after the armhole line. This is my armhole line, and this is the 1/4 of the chest I inserted. So from the armhole line I will add 1.5 inches. Then I have it like so. Then I'll pick my armhole curve ruler, then connect the 3 points together. So this is point 1, that is 1.5 inches point, the 0.75 point 2, and the 1.5 inches I have on the chest level, point 3. Okay, then I have the armhole. Now the next step is to construct the side of a senator wear pattern. In constructing the side, the remaining horizontal measurement is needed. I have measurements inserted on the chest level already. I will need to insert a particular measurement on the waist, which is the circumference of the tummy, and I will have to insert the senator length measurement as well in order to close up the side. So for the waist circumference measurement, the measurement I'm working with is 36 inches. In case you are having issue in getting this measurement, the formula I'm using is by subtracting half of an inch from 1/4 of the chest circumference measurement. Now this is it. The chest circumference measurement of this wearer is 38 inches. 38 divided by 4 is 9.5 inches. Then I will subtract 0.5 from that. I have 9 inches left. So the 9 inches is what I will insert on the waist level. This is the formula I've been using all this while, and is working for me perfectly. So in total I will have 36 inches for the tummy. But in a case whereby you are sewing for a person with a pot belly, it is advisable you take this measurement, because in that case the measurement of the stomach might even be more than that of the chest measurement. So it is advisable you measure the person. But for a figure with an average measurement, you can go for this formula. So on the waist level I will insert 9 inches. So then I'll confirm the measurement I have on the chest level. In total I have 10.875. Then I will just move the measurement like so, then place it on the senator length line. So that is 10.875, and I will round it up to 11 inches. So the same measurement I have on the senator length will be inserted on the vent length. Okay, then I will connect the 2 points together with a straight ruler. And as you can see, I did not extend my drafting to the hem allowance line. And for the connection from the chest level to the waist level, I will be making use of my variform curve. So I'm using the upper part of the ruler because the side is not meant to be on a straight line. Though men are not that much curvy, but at the same time, you don't need to use a straight ruler. If I'm connecting for a female, this is the part I will use. I will use the lower part of my ruler. You can see the difference, and because this is a male figure, that was why I used the upper part. It is not too curvy, but not on a straight line. Then for the connection from the waist to the vent length, I will use the same variform curve, as this is not supposed to be on a straight line as well, because this part falls on the hip area. So the positioning of my ruler is the curvy part facing towards this side, not that is the other side of the center front. The curvy part of my ruler is not facing the center front, it's facing the other side. Then I will connect like so. So I will just be having a slight curve. So the positioning of this is like an opposite of the connection from the chest to the waist. When I was connecting from the chest to the waist, the connection was like this, so the curve was facing inward, but in this case the curve is going outward. Then I will take my straight ruler and blend up this part. It has to be smooth. Then I have it like so. So that is the side seam of my senator wear pattern. Now the next step is to add my seam allowances around my pattern. I will add half of an inch on the neckline area. I will add half of an inch on the shoulder line, on the armhole half of an inch, and by the side I will use 0.75.